Lost in the Dream by The War on D against Force Yourself, or is it Make Yourself? Make Yourself by Incubus. Matchup number 27 of the 360 Albums Tourney. Now, The War on D, I have to not complete the last name of that band because I previously recorded a video about this matchup, and when I was trying to do all the hashtags, everything was shadow banned. Every iteration, no matter how I tried to word it. And it just wasn't going to fly because I had the D word all throughout the video, and it wasn't going to be seen. So I'm going to have to keep that in mind. So we're going to start with Incubus. Incubus, Force Yourself or Make Yourself. I kind of have to force or make myself to listen to this album. I did. I listened to this album quite a bit. I like the hits like Stellar and Drive. But some of the other songs didn't really resonate with me. I thought the album was fairly intolerable listening to it straight through. And on shuffle, I primarily just liked the hits. I liked some of the reggae influence, but the more nu metal-y parts lost me. I did get a chance with Chris Cale of 5FDP and Logville and Stag to get to see Incubus in their very early days. They opened for Soulfly in Louisville along with System of a Down and Snot, and it was when their Science album was put out. And I really liked that album at the time. Hadn't really listened to the band much since then, and this album just doesn't do it for me. Now, the other band, The War on D, I liked it better. It's more 80s. It reminds me a lot of 80s Dylan, mellow 80s Dylan. It reminds me of mellow 80s Dire Straits, mellow 80s Bruce Springsteen, and mellow hints of Tom Petty. But the album kind of bores me. Kevin Love, my brother-in-law, submitted it, and I know he's a huge fan, and the guys in My Morning Jacket are huge fans. But neither of these albums did it for me. And I'm going to, it's my party and I can cry if I want to. I'm going to do a first in the 360 Albums Tourney. I don't plan to do this very often. But upon further review, I'm going to cancel the submission of The War on D by Kevin Love just due to the algorithm that was going to just bury this video, the original one, just due to what D is in the band's name. And quite honestly, I didn't like either album. Like, if I were seeding it like an NCAA tournament brackets, they'd be like a 15 or 16 seed, both albums. So what am I going to do? It's ridiculous, but I'm going to do it anyway. Muddy Waters. I'm going to advance Electric Mud by Muddy Waters. I'm going to put it back in. I didn't feel good about it getting bounced yesterday. I'm not going to do this often. But, this is a journey, and this is something I'm just coming up with spontaneously. I don't think Electric Mud's going to win the whole thing. But it's kind of like a lifeline on a game show or something. So, for this matchup 27, somehow Muddy Waters, Electric Mud, gets a mulligan. It's not the best album that's been eliminated so far. That would be Typo Negative's October Rust, but it's the most recent one. And after the algorithm said, yeah, this ain't gonna fly at all, I was like, man, let's just advance Muddy Waters. Why not? So, let me know. Think this is hideous? Let me know. What would you advance here? Incubus, The War on D, or Muddy Waters? Tasteman's going to advance Muddy Waters, so we got to mix up. Got something new. Doing a mulligan.